In 2017, I was working as a glamour model for a model agency, and they sent me on a job in Milan, and that was very normal. I was always traveling internationally for work, and it turned out to be a setup. Instead of a shoot, it was two masked men attacking me once I'd walked into the studio. Both had balaclavas on. They injected me with ketamine. My next memory after being drugged was waking up in a bag with handcuffs on my wrist and on my ankles, tape on my mouth, and didn't know where I was. Ended up being transported to his feelings.
It's a pretty horrific story. Can I ask you, how do you feel about that now, so many years on?
I just don't think about it. I tend to not think about it. I had to speak about it so much back then to defend myself. So I just tend to switch off, and it's in the past. I've moved on from it.
Involved in. We're going to show a trailer. This is Kidnap, the Chloe Ayling story, and then we'll ask you a bit about it. OK, yes. Have a look. I'm sure many of our viewers will remember there were all sorts of doubts, weren't there? And even doubts when you did this happen to you, but then people said, Chloe, do you really think it happened to you? Or maybe it didn't happen at all.
Well, that's why I want the drama to be made, because I feel like I never got that.
It's all part of it. You talked about the way that you acted. Do you feel that your profession, but also your personality, do you think that added to that sense of disbelief that some people had?
Yeah, I think it's all a combination. You know, job, how I acted, that I'm not emotional, that I was smiling, how I was dressing, it all combined was the reason.
Not saying you have to. I know these are difficult questions. Have you changed the way that you do things? Do you feel that you've been forced to do that, or are you still the same person that you were? No,
because I would be faking it if I was crying, and that's just not how I am. So I can't fake a response, you know. So I still wouldn't change anything about
the media to say that they believe you. Why do you feel you need that vindication in the media?
Because it's not right. I went through something so traumatic, and then to be called a liar when I didn't even want this to be out in the first place is completely, you know, the opposite. It doesn't make sense. And how is anyone else going to come forward about anything that's happened to them when this is how they're treated as a result?
And what has the reaction been? What have people said to you? What have your friends said to you? How have your family reacted?
I think it's been positive. I already see the headlines changing a lot, and the media taking accountability for what they did. So that's I
really appreciate you coming in and talking to us. And you can watch Kidnap, the Chloe Ayling story. And here is the woman herself. Chloe, really good to talk to you.
You too.